So, Marquette Mocks Brandon Tatum. Got more Black Hypocrisy coming right up. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Common Sense, Logic, and Reason. And as always, I want to say thank y'all for joining me today. So, Marquette Devon is back at it again with his jackassery of pushing black victimhood. Now, he is a black person who's supposedly, self-proclaimed successful businessman, but it's always these same people who are race hustlers, who are always doing well for themselves financially as they claim, but in a crime about systematic racism and white supremacy. Well, as of late, like I said, he's been pushing that nonsense real heavily of this black victimhood. And he basically uploaded a short of him mocking Brandon Tatum.
It's gonna be on. I want you to know that. Because you call me on the phone and you saying all this, and then you get on the live stream and you playing this shit.
Whoa, Officer Tatum. That is not very white of you, Officer Tatum. No, Officer Tatum, this is not right. I need to have a phone call. Hey, Jen. Yeah, you sent me that link of Officer Tatum. I was loving his videos, and I just saw one. He was acting black. Yeah, he was. He told another black, he said, you're the fakest. And when I see you, I'm gonna beat your ass. I couldn't believe Officer Tatum would talk like that. I thought he was one of us. Well, not one of us, but you know what I mean, like a good one, like a good black one. As good as they can be, because their IQ is low. So yeah, I wouldn't watch Officer Tatum anymore. He's unpredictable. He's really aggressive, just like the rest of them. Yeah, okay. Well, thanks anyways. I know you tried. It's kind of hard to find good blacks anyways. Well, I know you tried. Thanks. Ciao. Officer Tatum, say it ain't so.
Now, to give full context of what's in the video, it appears that clearly that Brandon Tatum is on the panel, and he looks to be on the panel with a bunch of black victims. You see one of them hotep-looking blacks, and another black man in a dashiki with a black female. So clearly, I guarantee there's some black victimhood was going on. And apparently, one of them may have made a threat toward Brandon. And Brandon ain't backing down for nobody. He ain't no little punk. I think when he's like 6'2", played college football. So former cop, he ain't no punk. So he got irate. He was like, hey, look, he from the hood, and he talks about it all the time. You want scrap? We can scrap. Now, Marquette then comes on with this skit that wasn't funny. Was not funny at all, of him, quote unquote, impersonating a white person and saying that supposedly white person no longer supporting Brandon Tatum now because he's acting black. Now, where's the hypocrisy in this? If a white person really truly did this, he'd be the first person bitch moaning and whining and crying about racism and perpetuating that same nonsense. Right? This is the same Marquette that's criticizing Nick Fuentes. When Nick Fuentes says he doesn't want to live around black people, that's racism. Meanwhile, you're just saying that so black people are violent then. So then if black people are violent as you're that you're saying with this skit, then why would anybody want to hang around violence? Why would anyone want to hang around black people? You can't blame Nick Fuentes then, and he just gave Nick Fuentes all the fuel he needs to say, yes, this is why I don't want to hang around blacks. I swear these leftists, man, when they do things, they don't think. It's like they don't think ahead, and it's like it doesn't matter how intelligent that these people claim that they are. They don't think ahead, and they just open their mouths and say things, and then they just come back to bite them in the ass. Now, Marquette, in closing, he's starting to turn to Dr. Umar Johnson. Okay, right now he was where Dr. Umar Johnson was for me about 10 years ago when I first heard of him. I thought he was a black man who was trying to do something for the black community, sounded intelligent, but the more and more I listened to him, the more of a jackass he became. And now Dr. Umar Johnson, this dude is not intelligent at all. He's an idiot. Well, I'm not going to say that the Marquette is going to ever be maybe that idiotic as Dr. Umar Johnson, but he's certainly losing credibility with all this black victimhood. Again, I don't understand how any black person in America who's doing financially well for themselves can be sitting up here crying about racism instead of telling other black people to don't be victims and be victors. Now, I know, of course, they always say, well, even back in the past, black folks were successful, yeah, but there's no system that you can point to today. Back then, you could point to a system that was holding black people down. There is no system today. This is why they have to come up with a whole bunch of BS. Regardless, anyway, I'm telling you, this dude is slowly but surely becoming an idiot. Anyway, y'all, that's my 2 cents on this. Black people, stop opening, or black victims that is, stop opening up your mouths and providing the ropes to hang yourselves with. Jesus Christ. And as always, y'all, until next time.